right, when we get behind the wheel to go to work or run errands, we're not typically putting a lot of thought into the car we're driving. But there are some things you should be paying attention to, both before and after you buy a vehicle. Teresa Strasser is putting the brakes on car myths.
Cars can be confusing.
Car myths have been around for a long time. Unfortunately, in the last 25 years, the internet has ignited the myth a little bit more, so everybody can, at their fingertips, can read up and go, oh yeah, that's how that works, or you can't do this or you can't do that.
We spoke with Shahe Koullouklan, auto expert and owner of Mazvo Auto in Phoenix, Arizona, to separate fact from fiction when it comes to cars. The first myth he's debunking: premium grade fuel is better.
Most of the time when you open the fuel door, it'll say high premium fuel recommended. Well, recommended is a key word. The high-end premium fuel really comes into play when you're driving a high-performance vehicle, a European vehicle, whether it be a Porsche, an Audi, a Jaguar, a Mercedes, or a BMW. You're doing laps, high-performance, twin-turbo, but when you have a regular Camry or a regular Chevy and it says high premium only, that's not true. You can use your regular grade, and if you really wanted to treat the car, you could do once every third fuel, add the fuel premium in there.
Next, buying a car with low miles is best.
Most of the time when you get a low mileage car, the vehicle happens to be 8, 10, or 12, or sometimes 15 years old. The person may have been too old to drive, or they just didn't drive it that much.
But Shahe says cars are meant to move, so
you have a higher risk of failure, such as oil leaks, dry rotting of gaskets, tires, rubber components, because the vehicle's just been sitting and not moving at all. You want to make sure that you're buying a vehicle that has been maintained. So in essence, try not to chase the low mileage, but more focus on a vehicle that might have decent mileage but has records.
Shahe's final myth: large cars are safer.
Higher SUV vehicles have a tendency to flip depending on the scenario of your accident. When you do get into a collision, you end up being a higher force. For every 1,000 pounds and every 5 miles of driving on a high, heavy vehicle, such as an SUV, it's basically getting hit by a baby rhino. Lower cars also have a tendency of being dangerous, but not as much because the impact is a lot lower.
We're blowing the gasket off car myths.